Man is destined to die. That is the way of things.
In the heart of Mesopotamia, on the banks of the Euphrates River in 2700 BC, the demigod Gilgamesh, a giant king of ancient blood thought to be immortal, ruled the world of men with brutal tyranny. The giant, standing 17 feet tall, exhausted the people of Uruk with endless construction of ziggurats, pyramids, and shrines dedicated to his own greatness. But the king's enslaved empire grew angry, resentful of their brutal oppressor and desperate for rescue. They cried out in secret prayer for intervention.
Is this how a king should rule? Give us relief.
And so it came to be. The gods heard the cries of Uruk and sent a challenger. From clay and spirit, the gods formed Enkidu, a giant of the wilderness, unblemished by arrogance, a symbol of nature's raw power and humanity's only hope. But Enkidu was wild, more animal than man, with no perception of King Gilgamesh or his merciless rule of subjugation. That remained true until a woman intervened. To awaken consciousness, the gods sent Shamhat, a sacred prostitute who seduced Enkidu and drained his innocence. She imparted knowledge, turning the wild man mortal and unleashing him against Gilgamesh.
Curse the trapper who first saw me. Curse the harlot who led me from the wild.
For RunningHorse, time is short and a window is closing. This adventure takes us back to the dawn, the cradle of civilization. Ancient Sumeria, to witness the oldest legend history has ever known and interpret why the gods themselves forbade immortality to man. But this mission hits home as the present now echoes the past. Tech prophets with illusions of transcendence are racing to conjure generative AI, a demon many believe offers the secret to life absent death. There's a reason why the Epic of Gilgamesh is humanity's oldest cautionary tale, and RunningHorse plans to find out what that reason is. Subscribe. Something big is approaching, and we all know it. Enkidu enters the city of Uruk at dusk in search of his tyrannical foe Gilgamesh. There, in the fading light, the two giants lock arms as an epic battle for the throne takes shape.
You dare challenge a king! You dare challenge a god!
Until Gilgamesh, recognizing an equal, lowered his weapon in respect. Hate transformed into love as the giants made peace and embraced his brothers. Gilgamesh and Enkidu, now closest of friends, set out on adventures for eternal fame. In pursuit of glory, they hunted fearsome beasts, wretched spawn of the earth, earning them much admiration from lesser men.
Show yourself, Humbaba!
But their blasphemy was deeply offensive to the gods above, and judgment endures time. Heavenly vengeance took the form of a giant bull, shimmering with majesty and terrible in wrath. Panic struck the city of Uruk as the bull's hooves sent earthquakes ripping across the known world. The giants, determined to protect their city, faced the bull in an awesome battle. They slew the beast and halted its destruction upon the world. Before the moment when the apocalyptic bull fell, man had not crossed the heavens. In its death, a line was shattered. The gods would answer. A sickness, slow and painful, crept into the wild man Enkidu. As the last breath left his brother's body, Gilgamesh cried out, cursing the gods and vowing to escape the illusion that chained man to dust. He would transcend death itself.
Immortality exists. I have seen it. I will claim it, or die trying.
Gilgamesh set to wander the ends of the earth, seeking the one mortal the gods had spared from death. Utnapishtim, the man who built the ark and saved each species from the Great Flood. Many travelers crossed paths with the once mighty king, providing fair warning of the danger in what he seeks.
Live well now, for in death there is no escape.
Unaware, deep arrogance had taken Gilgamesh. He would not be denied the eternal blessing and ventured forward.
Let the gods of heaven remember. Let the gods of the underworld remember. Gilgamesh passed through.
In the darkness of a forgotten cave, after perilous journeys, a mortal encounters the last immortal left in the world. Utnapishtim spoke to Gilgamesh of his great deeds, the trials he endured for the gods, and the sacrifice that plagues him still.
You will never find that life for which you are looking.
The story frightened the giant. He had not honored the gods as Utnapishtim had. he knew they would never grant him immortality. Reluctantly, in a final act of mercy, the builder of the Ark whispered a secret to the anguished mortal. At the bottom of the sea, deeper than light can reach, grows a plant containing the nutrient to restore youth. Gilgamesh, desperate to conquer time and driven by desire, plunged into the shivering abyss below. At the bottom of the ocean's depths, in blackness where none have been, he finds it, the plant of youth. Pride swelled within Gilgamesh as he emerged from the unknown, a triumph beyond all limits, a gift to be utilized by all mankind. But on his return to the city of Uruk, consumed by thoughts of eternity, the giant lowered his guard in relief. Without warning, a serpent of the forest, ageless and wise, devoured the prophetic plant and disappeared into the night. Gilgamesh wept, forced to accept the lonely truth all must one day face. Death was inevitable, even for one as strong as he.
What you seek, you will never find. For when the gods created man, they allotted to him death, but life they retained in their own keeping.
The king returned to his city, humbled by the gods' mastery of all. A Nephilim giant reborn, not by the transcendence of body, but by the wisdom of soul. As a result, humanity received its first and greatest teaching.
For what is eternal is not life on this earth.
RunningHorse's journey in ancient Sumeria has ended, and the next epic in history looms on the horizon. But humanity, let us learn from Gilgamesh. We stand on the edge of a cliff. The tech-industrial complex is currently unregulated and pressing forward in the quest for life-expanding AI. Is this transcendence, or is this blasphemy? Let's discuss in the comments below.